Hey guys, welcome to episode 14. Today is a really special episode I've got 216 views on my podcast episodes. So I thank you all for trying to see my podcast and appreciating it. So let's start. Today we are going to be doing a few things which we normally do, but I am adding a twist to it. Today I'm going to be doing a book talk and I'm going to be talking about one really good author, and I'm going to be talking about plot pitfalls, which are basically things which writers may be understanding. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So, this time in the book talk, I'll be reading the backside of the book, which is known as a blurb. So, after I do that, I'll be talking about a few other things, which, as I told you earlier, and yes, and then I'll be giving you some reviews of the book I'm going to be reading, like not exactly reading, but the back of the book, which is the blurb. So let's start. So today I'm going to be reading Keeper of the Lost Cities, Book 4, Never Seen by Shannon Messenger. I'll be reading you the blurb now. The main bridge looked exactly like how Fitz had shown Sophie in his mind, with one dangerous exception. Does the bridge always have that many guards? Sophie asked. No, Albert whispered. It seems like they're expecting someone. Us, Sophie said. They're expecting us. So this book, as I told you earlier, is written by Shannon Messenger. People have said that, specifically Lisa McCann has said that it's a delightful and dangerous adventure with complex characters and relationships which you'll root for till the end of time. Keeper of the Lost Cities is also a bit of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, a little bit of Lord of the Rings, and a little bit of Harry Potter, and it's all fun. This review, the second review I talked to you about, was written by Michelle Buckley, a New York Times best-selling author of the Sisters Grimm and the Nerd series. If you want to know more about Shannon Messenger, you may go to her website, which is keeperofthelost.com. So let's move on. I forgot to mention that I am going to be talking to you about a few of the characters in the book. And first of all, I'll be starting with Sophie Fitz, and Keith descriptions. So let's start. We'll be doing a character bio basically. So I'll start with Sophie Foster. It's pronounced as Sophie Foster, as I just said. Her eye color is brown, and she's the main character of the Keeper of the Lost City series, a girl caught between two worlds, struggling to fit in and still live up to the complicated role she was created for. Her numerous abilities are shockingly powerful, especially for someone her age, and she has a tendency to see things differently than everyone else, in large part because of her human upbringing. She's also fierce and brave and never backs down from what she believes is right. And while she may have been an outcast among humans, in the Lost Cities, she is surrounded by friends and family, which is good because she also has some incredibly powerful enemies and needs all the help she can get. Now I'll be doing about Fitzwacker. His eye color is teal. He's a golden boy from the famous important family who spent years secretly helping his dad search for Sophie in the human world. He's a talented telepath, thought not quite as powerful as Sophie is. He's a loyal brother, a model of prodigy, and tends to earn his nickname Wonder Boy, despite the fact that Dex meant that name sarcastically. And even though he's 2 grade levels ahead of Sophie, Fitz cares about her more than she knows. Maybe it's because he saw how hard it was for Sophie to leave a human world behind, or because she's close in age to his younger sister. But he feels a special connection with Sophie and does everything he can to keep her happy and safe. Now, Biana Wacker. She is the younger sister of Fitzwacker, and she may seem like the princess of Foxfire Academy, but don't let the perfect and fashionable clothes fool you. Beneath the makeup and perfectly cordoned accessories is a fearless fighter. And while she may not have manifested a special ability when we first meet her, that never stops her from taking on fits and keeps in a game of base quest. And no, it's not just because she thinks um, that she's powerful, it's because she really wants help. She's also an incredibly loyal friend. Once she gets to know someone and she'll do whatever it takes to protect the people she cares about. Now I'll be talking to you about Dex Dixney. Dex immediately becomes Sophie's best friend and takes it upon himself to help her find the way through her complicated new world. He doesn't have a special ability when Sophie meets him, but she can tell he's incredibly talented, especially at alchemy, despite the fact that many people unfairly understand both him and his family. A true prankster at heart, he always does what he can to make Sophie laugh. Okay, now Keith Senken. His eyes are the color of ice. Eyes are the color of ice. You get it? What I did there? Yeah, I'm really bad at puns. Um, Keith is a Foxfire Academy ultimate troublemaker. Though of course he claims he had nothing to do with the Great Goulon incident. Confident and cute with infamously awesome hair, he's always been ready with a joke, whether the situation calls for it or not. But those close to him know that his smiles often hide the heavier things he's struggling with, like his less than awesome family. He's Fit's best friend, but he also feels a strong connection to Sophie, and not just because he loves teasing her, it's because of the ability which allows him to read her feeling, which makes him understand her in no way less than anyone can. And he's always there when she needs him, and even if he makes sometimes questionable decisions. Next is one more character. There are many characters actually, but we'll just do the main ones. Then there's a girl called Stina Hex. She has navy blue eyes. Stina can be hard to like, and she prefers it that way. She's not looking to be Miss Popular because most people aren't worth her time. And sometimes she could definitely think well before they mess with her, especially Dex. She makes sure unicorns remain a thriving experience. Tina's a huge part of that. Maybe it's not as much as Vackers, but who cares with the Vackers anyway? The family has gone majorly downhill since they started wasting so much time on Sophie Foster. And don't even get Tina started on Sophie. As far as Tina's Sophie Foster is the main overreacted thing to hit Foxfire Academy since the boring Great Coulon incident. So these are the character bios. Now we'll move on to next thing. Today I'm going to be talking about Agatha Christie. She was born as Dame Agatha Mary Clarissa Christie, Lady Mallowan, DBE, and was an English writer known for 66 detective novels and 14 short story collections, particularly those revolving around fictional detective Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple. She's famous for another 75 set of novels, including 66 detective novels and 14 short story collections. She is perhaps the world's most famous mystery writer and is one of the most best-selling novelists of all time. Christie's mysteries were so popular because not only they were one of the first modern mysteries ever written, but because they had compelling detectives, colorful suspects, and because they created the true rules of modern mystery. She's also gained a reputation as the queen of crime for structuring what is now known as a classic mystery novel. A murder is committed, there are multiple suspects, and a detective slowly but surely uncovers the answer during a gradual unveiling of twists and secrets. So that's what it is about her. Now, plot pitfalls. If you're a writer, you may be understanding what that is, but if you want to know more, I'm talking about it right now. Some pitfalls which many people face are the following. We have all been there, basking in the glow of finished manuscripts only to read and realize something is wrong with the plot. Number 1. Plot isn't original enough. Go through your pages and highlight anything that you have read in another book or seen in a movie. In the margin, write where you've seen it. Then list the sections, make a note for each one about how it could differ from its lookalike. Readers always know exactly what's going to happen. This may be because you've chosen a plot point that's overused or because you keep giving away the answer at once. So try to fix that. The plot is boring. Take each page and imagine what a different writer might do with the same plot. Choosing extreme example, would a comedy writer have a cab driver and the villain coincidentally be childhood friends with unfinished business? Would the mystery writer have a taxi pass or clue on a street corner that makes a new connection for the hero? Would the horror writer have the cab driver channel a ghost? Or imagine the most surprising thing that could happen during a scene? Think about that. The plot is all action, and the frenzies pace numbs reader. Let them breathe. Give the reader a little downtime, and then in your action story, look back at your favorite action. Notice the conversation, summarize passage, introspection, and release of emotions that are set in between the car chases, shootouts, and confrontations. List them, and then give the reader a chance to breathe in your own manuscript. Then, see the plot. If it's too complicated, try cutting down a few things and make it more interesting. If the plot is too shallow, try getting caught up in the symbolism, metaphors, dialogues. Get them in. Next point. The too many subplots make the plot overly complex, as I told before. If you start to feel weighed down by your numerous stories, start cutting them. List these subplots. Shopkeeper, the neighbor's dog that tears up the car, accountant who threatens to quit every day, and then list all the ways it's necessary. The sequence is illogical, means it's not right. See, take that out and do something about it. The premise isn't compelling. If you feel that the medical premise is here, hold up, check out a sheet of paper, make a list on the left hand side of everything that's dodgy in your present premise. Then list down all the things which you feel that are not good and which you feel that are similar to another book, as I told earlier. And that's it. You're done with all the ways you can prevent plot pitfalls. So now, I had earlier told you that we will be just having a normal episode, but actually I was wrong. I have an amazing surprise for you all. So let's wait for the surprise to come.
Hi, I'm poet and author Ann Chiappetta. My latest book is called A String of Stories from the Heart to the Future. It's 14 short stories, and I think there might be something for everybody in it. It's pretty eclectic. It has general fiction, also has some coming-of-age stories, a soft horror story, science fiction, and a couple of suspense stories as well. You can contact me at ANNIECMS64@gmail.com. You can also look at all of my books and listen to some audio and video on my website. That's www.annchiappetta.com, and that's spelled ANNCHIAPPETTA.com. I also have a blog, and it'd be great if you could follow.
Thank you so much for being here with us. So now, let's continue our show. So I guess we have completed with everything I had planned. There's one last thing I would like to say. If any of you would like to be on my show, you may send a voice message and you will win an opportunity to, come on my show. Thank you and have a nice day.